Hello Spirit Squad, this is Pixie from Pixie Moons. You already know the vibes, you guys. I'm coming at you today with Astro Week episode 26. We're talking about the week running from the 28th until the 31st of July. I decided to stop at the end of July, basically, just to make things a little bit easier maybe. So, we're talking about Jupiter retrograde in Aquarius, Mars in Virgo, Ceres in Gemini, and the last quarter moon in Taurus. I know it sounds complicated, but really it isn't. So stay tuned. All the timestamps are in the description box, along with social media platforms. Come and join us on TikTok, Instagram, on Patreon. For those of you who are returning members of the Spirit Squad, you guys rock! You have no idea. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first thing we want to talk about is Jupiter retrograde in Aquarius. So this is going to happen from the 28th of July until the 18th of October. So Jupiter, ruler of Sagittarius, went retrograde in Pisces on the 20th of June, and it's continuing to move backwards, now stationed in Aquarius, until it goes direct in Capricorn around the 18th or 17th of October. Jupiter, some of you might already know, is the largest planet in the solar system. That's why it's called the planet of expansion. But when it goes retrograde, this expansion turns inwards. While it is in the community-minded sign of Aquarius, it brings us clarity as how our ideas, since Aquarius is an air sign, rules the mind and the thoughts, affect the collective. Retrogrades are also a good time to go over details and assess where we have been up until now, what we've been doing up until now. This Jupiter retrograde is asking us to reassess, to reevaluate how we have expanded so far, what we have learned in terms of higher studies, how we can apply that knowledge to improve our lives and that of others, and in which ways we want to expand next. So basically, have a think about what the rest of our 2021 is going to look like. Also, since Jupiter is the planet of luck, keep an eye out for what you felt were missed opportunities, because they're gonna be coming back around. Jupiter also talks about enthusiasm, optimism, and joy. This will be the time to literally follow your bliss. Next thing is Mars in Virgo. So this is happening from the 29th of July until the 14th of September. So the red planet is transiting the mutable earth sign of Virgo. During this time, we might be feeling more hardworking than usual, so careful if you are an earth sign, sun, moon, or rising. So Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, careful not to overwork yourself and burn yourself out. We will be extremely keen on doing right by us and by others, making sure all the T's are crossed and all the I's are dotted, paying close attention to detail. Performance and precision at work will be our main focus. We might also be called to multitask more than usual, so careful if you're a mutable sign, because that's what we like doing. Make sure, however, you take criticism, constructive criticism, in a positive way. Not too much too hard. Try to avoid nagging and making sure that you prove your point. We've all been there, and most of the time it's not useful to do that, because the other person is rarely convinced. You might also be irritated by some people who seem to be working less than you are. Again, this is the time to mind your own business, focus on your plans and get organized. Distantiate yourself from the whole thing and cool off. For some of us, you might also be hell-bent on changing your diet, improving your health, exercising. Again, careful not to overdo it. Remember to take time out to rest, rejuvenate, and recharge the batteries. thing we're going to talk about is Ceres in Gemini. That's going to be from the 31st of July until the 8th of October. So we introduced Ceres in episodes 4 and 15. She's one of the 4 asteroids in the belt between Mars and Jupiter, with Vesta, Pallas and Juno. Ceres talks about how we nurture ourselves and others, as well as what makes us feel nurtured. Ceres is the equivalent of Demeter, the goddess of agriculture, so it is also connected to clothes and food. While this astral object is in the constellation of Gemini, we will want to be nurtured through words mainly, and communicating with others, listening and being listened to, uplifting others, making them feel valued and appreciated, but also wanting that in return, wanting to feel appreciated. Good self-care activities would include journaling, obviously. I feel like I say that every time, but journaling, you guys. Writing things down, reading up on a new subject, learning something new, and creative writing. And last but not least, we're gonna have our last quarter moon in Taurus on the 31st, I believe. Third quarter moons are a good time for reevaluating our goals, how we are going about them. Is something working? If it's not working, does it need tweaking? In what way? So it's a potent time between the completion of the full moon and the new beginnings of the new moon. Right after that, we are entering the waning or balsamic moon phase, which is about releasing. It will be also a good time to rest and reset. This last quarter moon is taking place in the fixed earth sign of Taurus. This sign deals with our values, whether they are material or personal, how we experience life through our senses, our assets, and our self-care. So what I'm gonna do, you probably already know, as I'm going to pull a card, pick a number, 1, 2 or 3. I'm going to have one card for each. If you want to listen to all the messages, that's also cool. What can we reevaluate during this last quarter moon Taurus? So part 1, what to reevaluate. What should you reevaluate? Part 1. Okay. Oh my god. Part number 2. Okay. Part number 3. Oh my god. It's literally as I say them and then they just fly. This is wild. Part number 1, we have number 1. With the heart. What to reevaluate? Your passions. The things that make your heart beat, basically. The things you love. Are you doing enough of the things that you love? Card number 2, or part number 2, 21. With the devil. Reevaluate the things that are keeping you bound and gagged. What are those things? What are the things where you feel restricted? What are the areas of your life where you feel like you have to keep yourself small? And part number 3, 24. Reevaluate your alone time. Do you spend enough time alone? If you feel like you spend too much time alone, then try and fix that. But also make sure you connect with your feelings. Guys, my laptop is overheating yet again. This is my time to go. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. I will see you again very soon, but in the meantime, remember, you are protected, you are supported, and you are divinely guided.